Hey guys, we're continuing Stampin' Star Wars month, and in today's video we're going to be making some awesome little mini lightsabers using Stampin' Up's tiny test tubes. Let's get started! So here's a close-up of that awesome little lightsaber. Now this design is based off of Darth Vader's lightsaber. So very simple. And then this one is based off of Luke Skywalker's. The base anyway. Green could be anyone. What's nice about doing these designs is there's really a lot of variation. If you Google lightsabers and handles, there's so many different ones that you can make nowadays. Even if you go to Walt Disney World, you can actually design your own. So this is a great project for kids or anybody because there's not really it has to be a right way or a wrong way. So you can kind of make your own design. But I love Stampin' Up's treat tubes for these. Now sadly, these are retiring. These are out of the holiday catalog. They're right here. They are $5 for a set of 12, and I believe as of this video they're on sale. This is the the 2017 holiday catalog. So if you're watching this in January or later after they're retired, you may have to find them somewhere else. But I love that they've got that nice rounded look and kind of a little bit more to hold on to. They're plastic, so they're a little more durable. Now for these, what I decided to fill them with, and these are the peanut M&Ms. Now of course you can use any kind of candy you want. They'll fit just about anything. I mean, the opening is about a good, well, not quite an inch, so about a 1/4 inch diameter. So you can fit a lot of different things in there, but I just found that these were kind of a nice size, and I got a good holiday pack that was red and green. So besides the treat tubes, we're also going to be using some smoky slate cardstock today, and it doesn't take very much to do that hilt. Also going to be pulling out the bone folder for this project, the tear and tape adhesive, a pencil, just any pencil for drawing your design, some journaling pens. The Stampin' Up! Journaling pens are awesome because they can do those fine details. Also the basic black Stampin' marker. And then if you want to do the little dots for little buttons, I use the 1/8 hole punch for that. So really not too many supplies compared to some of the other videos. So this should be a pretty quick project. Alright, so we're going to start off with our piece of smoky slate cardstock, and that is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 inches. So a nice size right there. So out of one sheet of 8.5 by 11, you can get a whole lot out of it. Okay, so, and you're of course going to go ahead and fill your treats whatever you want all the way up. Do keep in mind you do need to have enough room to put that cork on. If you fill it up too full, it won't fit all the way in. Okay. Alright, so now we've got our piece. We're going to go ahead and flip that over. Now, as I said before, there's a bunch of different designs you can do. We're going to start off with just doing this one. It's very simple. But I mean, as I said, you can do all kinds of different really cool lightsaber designs. You can also add different embellishments for buttons and different things like that. So to do this one, what I started off with, and I'll just grab the ruler here, that's just easier, or a straight edge if you have a straight edge. And we're just going to do a couple different lines. We're going to do this one, just to kind of segment the whole thing out. So let's start off. And these are not exact measurements by any stretch of the imagination. So go, we're just going to do a section on the top. Kind of a little wedge. And another line for that black stripe. Then a little line for that space. And then we're going to have the stripes underneath. So this one will not be the exact same as that other one, but you'll get the idea. As I said, it's a quick project, it's not exact. So I'm going to take my ruler, and on this bottom line, I'm going to mark at every centimeter and every 1/2 centimeter, and just do a little quick dot with my pencil. And of course, if you're braver than I am, you could use a marker. But I like doing pencil because if I mess up, I can erase it. It's not as permanent. So I'm just drawing out those little guide marks for those stripes at the bottom. Okay, so you can see those. Now if you want to be exact, you can take your ruler, flip it, or straight edge, flip it around, and then draw those lines down like that, all the way across, or you can kind of eyeball it, either way. This top section is going to be black, and then we're going to have kind of a little bit of a divot. I don't know if you can see that. So we're going to go ahead and draw that, but it's not going to go all the way down because we need to have a little bit of that gray showing through. Now you don't have to worry if it's not exactly centered because it is a round cylinder, so if it's not completely centered, that is going to be fine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab our basic black marker and do some coloring in it. It'll kind of pop and come together as we color it. So I'm just going to use those guidelines. Just draw straight across. So now we have our basic shape, but you can see you can do a lot with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my hole punch and just a scrap of that gray. You know, you don't really need a lot, and we're just going to punch out 2 gray circles. Now if you don't have this hole punch, another thing you could do is just not color 2 circles with that marker, just kind of leaving 2 spaces, but I find that this is a little faster, and my freehand circles never tend to be that neat. Alright, so now we've got our 2 little dots for the buttons. So I'm just going to do 2 little dots of glue. And I'm going to grab one of the glues that's not empty. There we go. Go, just 2 little dots. We're going to go ahead and stick those little circles on there. Just kind of one towards the top and one a little lower. Just like that. Very, very simple. Now we're going to go ahead and take our whole piece. Now you can do this before you color or after, doesn't really matter. And we're going to give it a little bit of a curl. This will just make it a little easier for this next step. Just take that bone folder and give it a little bit of a curl. It just helps it roll up. Okay. So we're going to decide which of the 2 edges you want on the top, and the piece that is going to be on the top is the one that's going to get the tear tape. So we're going to go ahead and grab that, find that edge there. We're just going to grab a piece, and don't worry if it's a little hanging over, you can always tear it off, but you want it right up against that edge without going over the edge. Go. And see, I've got a little bit hanging off there, so I'm just going to trim that real quick. You could also tear it. This is just more exact. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and grab one of our treat tubes that we've got already stuffed and ready to go. So you can see just how fast this project is. Okay, and we're going to take it and we're going to roll it. Now you want the cork end to be on the bottom because otherwise it kind of kills the look of it. But you don't want too much cork, because otherwise you're going to have the tiniest little lightsaber. So you want it kind of up about the top third or just above the half. Okay, so kind of play with it, get it where you want it first. And then we're going to take that backing off that tear tape. Okay. And line it up and just roll it around, and you should have the edges should match pretty close to your lines if they're fairly straight. And there you go. So really quick and simple project. Now for this one, the only difference is instead of just bigger lines, I did lots of little thin lines. Pull that closer to the camera so you can see it. Here we go. So sorry about that technical issue. Here is that close-up of the lightsaber. You can see I just did several stripes and colored it in with the Cajun Craze marker. Kind of gave it a fun pop-up button. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to make the lightsabers out of the Stampin' Up! Test tubes. Do continue to follow my channel for more Stampin' Star Wars projects. If you want to go ahead and purchase these or anything you've seen in this video, you can check out the product links in the video below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.